I grew up in a really comfortable home, place where I felt really safe and really loved. And so coming to Michigan State was a challenge. It was somewhere where I felt like I was exposed, and a lot of the voids of my life kind of came to the surface, and I became aware of them. And as that started to happen throughout my college career, I started to try to fill those voids with a bunch of different things. But the biggest one of those was definitely relationships. And so kind of halfway through my freshman year, I entered into a relationship with this girl. And you know, initially, as most relationships go, they were great. But as time went on, and I looked to that to fill my life, to give me purpose, things started to change. And I just realized that I was a broken person. And when that relationship ended, I was just left empty. And in my community, there's a really big push to be successful. And for me, that meant becoming a doctor. And so that's when things started to fall apart. Right after that relationship, school was just so much harder than I thought it would be, and my life really was kind of falling apart. So being broken by all of the things of the world, to be honest, was something that kind of needed to happen though. The reason for that is because before, when I was a kid, and even coming to Michigan State, I was callous to the gospel. I would come to crew events and I'd hear the gospel being shared, and at the same time, I felt like I didn't need it. I wasn't at a place where I could accept it. But having been broken, having been through those experiences, and having been here at State, and God kind of breaking down my barriers to the gospel was something that needed to happen. And what brought me to it was something that I saw in Ephesians chapter 2, verses 3 to 5. And it says that all of us also lived among them at one time, gratifying the cravings of our flesh and following its desires and thoughts. Like the rest, we were by nature deserving of wrath. But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ even when we were dead in transgressions. It is by grace that you have been saved. Grace, something that I needed, something that I didn't have in my life at that time. And it was just so cool to think about how God, the creator of this universe, would love me, somebody who was messed up, somebody who was broken. And that's what drew me to the gospel. That's what brought me here and kept me coming back to crew and design even. After coming to Christ, I was challenged by a couple of design leaders from another campus to potentially start up a design movement here with a friend of mine. And well, what is design in the first place? It's one of Crew's ethnic ministries to reach out to the South Asian community here. And at first, I was really skeptical. I wasn't at a place where I thought that I could lead or that I could share my faith with others quite yet. I didn't feel ready. But I think being challenged was one of the best things that had ever happened to me. It's been small steps though. Taking small steps of faith and just seeing God show up every single time. And that's just really encouraged me and the people around me too. Because I know not only see it in my life, but in others as well. So right now I'm at a point where I'm going to try to take a little bit of a bigger step. I actually just got accepted to go to South Asia, to Gateway on a summer project with Crew. And to be honest about it, I'm so scared, but I'm so excited that I get to go to the country that I'm originally from and spread the gospel there. But the thing is, at the end of the day, God has changed my definition of success from wealth to hearts. And the other thing is he's given me a purpose, and that's to show his love and grace here at MSU to the South Asian community and to others as well. And that's given me a purpose and a reason to live my life and a reason to show up.